Bet you're wondering how I ended up there. Well, you see, it all started this morning. The air was cold, and it was so cold you can almost see your own breath.
What are you on about?
Well, you see, I'm Gabriel, and I'm about to host this big brand new show called Saturday Night University. They say it's going to be big.
I'm the one asking the questions here, Mr. Wilkinson.
Well, you don't understand. They're saying it's going to be famous, like so famous that we're going to be on once a year type famous.
You do realise you're in an interrogation room for being a Taylor Swift fan and going to the rumour store. Do you know how much that makes me sick?
I didn't do it. You don't understand.
We have ways of making you talk.
I'll never talk. Is that for me?
Cake's only for the talkers.
I'll talk.
What are you going to tell us?
The live from Horsford. It's Saturday Night University.
Hello and welcome to Saturday Night University. Yes, the power of TV magic has allowed me to grow my hair and change my clothes. It's good to be here. Coming up on tonight's show. Tonight, I read some news and I chat with some Spielbergs. General knowledge meets alcohol. What could possibly go wrong? And we get a very special message from across the pond. This is SNU. All that and more to come. But first, the news. Like it or loathe it, it helps us keep informed. However, I don't read the boring political articles. I'm more interested in the more unique type of articles. So, without further ado, this is the news. Up first. A pub in Wales has been warned after a DJ played the Peppa Pig theme tune when police officers walked in. Next up, in Devon, seagulls are getting drunk off leftover booze and have started throwing up on firefighters, as you do. In the Metro News, a dad says he needs therapy after paying £54 for fish and chips in London. Welcome to this country. Last but not least, the Gerald Ford ship has attracted news recently after toilets started spewing up what can only be described as SH1T. It got so bad that fighter pilots actually flew all the way to Cyprus just so they could take a dump. True fact for you today. That's the news. Now, when my producers came up to me and asked if I would like to take part in any challenges for this show, I said absolutely not. But anyway, luckily, I got to take part in the Blender Bender Challenge. Should we see how that went?
Hello Internet, I'm Holly Sparks. Welcome back to Blender Bender. I'm here with everybody's favourite Saturday night host, Gabriel Wilkinson. Gabriel, welcome to the show. It's a real pleasure to have you. I've seen some of your stuff, it's interesting.
Thank you.
Gabriel, have you watched the show?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Okay, so you're aware that if you get a question wrong, you must pick an item to go into your Blender of Betrayal drink that you must drink at the end.
Cool. Well, are you still doing milk mix together or are we moved on to water still?
Yeah, we still have milk. It helps the guests stomach it.
Start that 3-minute timer and we'll see how many questions Gabriel can get right. So Gabriel, what year did the Berlin Wall fall?
1989?
Correct.
Who is known as the father of modern physics?
I want to say Isaac Newton, but he's not really recent, so I'm going to say Albert Einstein.
Correct. Gabriel, who won the 1966 World Cup?
England.
Correct.
Who wrote Pride and Prejudice?
Like, I don't really know, Stephen King.
Incorrect. Penultimate question, Gabriel. When was the play Hamilton first performed?
2013.
Incorrect. It's 2014. Gabriel, this is your last question. What do people in Scotland say when someone has a limp?
I don't know, something about haggis.
I'm afraid that's wrong. It is a sniper's nightmare.
So Gabriel, that makes 3 wrong answers. So that means you have to pick 3 items to go into your blender of betrayal drink.
Well, I'm gonna go a bit Jack Daniel action. I'm gonna try this roast coffee smoke rum thing. And this blue thing is taking my liking, this bit of blue action here, so I'm gonna have that. 3.
Some lovely and not so lovely choices from Gabriel there. Let's get this all blended into your milk. Well, guess Gabriel wasn't up for the challenge, so join me next week when I'll have Travis Bickle on the show to test out the blender of betrayal.
Well, did you guys enjoy that? I'm glad you did, because I certainly didn't. Ollie, you're a wonderful person off camera, but on camera you're like Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho with a sprinkling of Eric Cartman. Now, we here at Saturday Night University are somewhat delighted to welcome our next guest this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, applaud if you must. Tuning all the way from across the pond, the President of the United States, Donald Wilkinson. Ladies and gentlemen of the United States of Leeds Trinity University, it is with great honor that I am here speaking to you not as your almighty God, but as an equal. You know, when they asked me to do this show, I thought, I don't know. Could I attract that many people? Would it do better than Melania's show? Wave hello to the people, sweetie. Gave them hello. But anyway, when they asked me to do this show, I thought, Donald, I don't know. There's been a lot of talk in the press recently, probably by Biden's cronies or whatever you call them, I don't know, saying that I hate Saturday night television.
The captain's calling.
Okay, thank you very much, lady, thank you. But anyway, there's been a lot of talk saying that I hate Saturday night television, I don't know, probably generated by that Stephen Colbert or that Jimmy Kimmel. Such a nasty man, such a nasty man. But anyway, I don't know if this TV show will do well and all, but without me being there, I don't know if it will. We seem to have a bit of interference. What is it?
Smells.
Okay, definitely working for Obama or Crooked Hillary. Such a nasty woman, nasty woman. But I don't know, you know. I don't know if this show will outperform Melania's channel. What do you have to say for them, sweetie? What do you have to say? I couldn't agree more. But anyway, I don't know, you know, it's been a bit of a weird time recently in the press for me. I don't know if you know that. But, you know, it all started when I wanted a Coca-Cola. And I hit the button right there, and just so happened that I accidentally launched missiles towards Iran. And, you know, I just wanted a Coca-Cola, but, you know, what can a man do? He's thirsty, and sacrifices have to be made. Sacrifices have to be made. But anyway, you know, there's been a lot of also another talk in the press recently about my relations to an island, but I don't know if we can talk about that. It's fake news. I never met the guy. I just met up twice, but that's all. I never met the guy. We've got dinner next week, but I never met the guy. I never met the guy at all. You know.
Played chess with Epstein.
I never played chess with Epstein. It was, in fact, Mario Kart 7. But you know, what more can be done? What more can be done? You know, he's such a nasty man. But good at the DS. But you know, but anyway, without further ado, I'm hereby declaring that this big, beautiful, brand new piece of television is gonna be open to the air in the United States. I don't know if it's gonna do well, but it can do a lot better than that Jimmy Fallon. You know that Jimmy Fallon's such a nasty man, such a nasty, nasty man. But anyway, we won't condone that sort of language on this television, you know. We won't condone it. It's a family-friendly show, so family-friendly that even Baron's watching it, and Jared.
So family-friendly to tickle kids.
Okay, such a weird environment that I'm currently in right now. Such a weird environment. But anyway, I hereby declare that Saturday Night University is open to the air. It's open to the public. So without further ado, God bless America. God bless LTU. Melania, wave goodbye, sweetie. Wave goodbye to the tiny people. Thank you very much. God bless the United States. Thank you very much. Well, yeah. Thank you, Donald. Wasn't it? It was. Somewhat of a pleasure to have you on the show. Now, next up, we have some very special guests with us in the studio. They've written, directed and shot numerous films, but are here today to talk about their latest film, Echoes of Tomorrow. Let's give a warm Saturday night welcome to Harry Nicholas and Caitlan Pearson. Woo! So, Harry, Caitlan, welcome to the show. How are we doing?
Great, thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. So, Echoes of Tomorrow. Can you give us a quick-fire overview of the plot?
So it's science fiction dystopian sort of piece, and it's about these two siblings who get some very bad news about their mother, and they've got to figure out a way to try and help their mum. She gets quite ill, and it sort of ends up in a conflict between the two of them, but I won't say much more than that. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, well, thank you for that little tease. But anyway, speaking of teasers, I think it's time we have a look at a teaser trailer. So, well, that does look really good. I have to say, that does look very, very good. Can you give us a release date?
Well, that one's up to his editor at the minute. It's been passed on to our great editor, Ben Bridges, so that's completely in his hands now.
Okay. Are we maybe this year, sometime this year, in time for...
You'd hope so.
Okay.
Because it's coming up to a year that we started filming.
Okay, well, moving on, let's talk about a bit behind the scenes. You chose to go with Adam Collier Murphy as your director of photography for this film. What was it like working with him?
It was a great experience. He knows his stuff. He's really passionate about the art of cinematography, and I think he always sort of knows what he wants, but is also able to balance that with, you know, getting the best for the director as well.
Okay, and overall, do you think he did a good job?
Yeah, I think he did. What about you?
Adam's always true to what we want as directors. If we say we want something, Adam will go the extra mile to get what we wanted.
Okay, well, fair play. So, let's move on to actors. You chose to go with Rachel Benashtik and Dominic Jake Cooper as your two leading actors for this film. How would you say, do you think they did a good job?
Yeah, I think we knew what we were getting. We've worked with them before, so I think definitely with the rewrites that we did, we sort of shaped it even more around them, because we knew at that point they were probably going to be playing the two leads, and I think they had a really good on-screen chemistry, which made them believable as siblings.
Okay. Do you think you'll be working with them again anytime soon?
I mean, I think Caitlan's. You want to speak a bit? You've been working.
Yeah. Well, we've just finished a short film with Rachel as one of our characters called Dodgems. That's getting edited currently, and yeah, we'll definitely have some more projects in the works with both actors, because we really got on with them quite well.
What would you say, from Echoes and Dodgems, what would you say is special about working with them?
I think it doesn't feel like work, and that's what's so good. Is it? You know, they feel almost you know, like just your friends, and we've, you know, gone out on the rap party and had a great time with them as well. And I think that's why we're all so eager to work with them again, and just everyone from the middle school performing in general was just really accommodating with us.
Okay. So, moving on to you two now. You directed alongside of each other, is that correct? Yes.
Yeah.
What was that like? What do you think? How did it go overall?
Awful. Can't stand them.
Oh.
No, it went well. We, I think we have very different personalities, so I think that worked in our favour when one of us wanted something. I think one of us is more outspoken than the other, so one of us is probably more bossy, and that gets that ahead.
Okay. So, anyway, moving on to the writing side as well. Did you two write it together, or what was the writing process like?
So I wrote the script. I mean, Caitlan said we started filming it nearly a year ago. The script was written in November, December of 2024. So, and that was with two exchange students, Maya and Fabiana, and then Caitlan came in a bit later on, a few months later, to help with the rewrites. And I think that was where, it was sort of around that time I made the decision to co-direct with her as well, because I just felt like she understood the story as well as I did.
Okay. So moving on, you said that you nearly filmed this about a year ago now, and so this is about a 20-minute film. Am I right in saying around about 20 minutes? So how many months did it take to film this altogether?
We started it in June, and we ended it in about October. Would you say?
Yeah.
Quick maths people will know the numbers. But we spent a lot of time in summer, because that's why the costumes at the start, they started with like just t-shirts, and it was like, because it was very summer, and then we moved on to terrible weather conditions where they still had to wear the same outfits. So plan ahead if you're gonna make a 20-minute film.
Would that be advice to any filmmakers watching, to plan ahead?
Definitely.
Okay, so may I ask, why is editing taking so long?
I think a lot of it is just finding the time to edit, and then it's also, I sort of at one stage took over the edit. I think just because I had a lot more time than most of the people, and I just don't have the editing experience. So I think it's one thing to put together rough cuts and do like assemblies and things, but then the actual engineering skills that are required, it's not something I've got a lot of experience in, which is why we're now sort of passing it over and making it sort of a very cooperative edit amongst a few of us.
Okay. So obviously, Echoes of Tomorrow, we don't have a release date yet, but what advice would you give to any people making a short film? From both of you.
I'd say prepare and organise very early into your process, and don't keep redoing drafts of the script during filming. But not while you're filming. Okay. Is my advice.
Harry?
I think it's just more along the same lines as that, really. Like, just make sure. I think it's just about make sure that you've learned. Like, if this is your first film, then just make sure that you've learned everything, so that you're not, because it's already bad enough you have to organise all the logistical aspects, but if you're also having to learn your trade on the day as well, that does not help. So it is just about preparation and knowing your stuff really going in.
And last question, would you want to plug anything that you've got coming up at all? Anything you want to say?
Well, first I'd like to plug the teaser that will go up on the 2025 YouTube channel in the next day or so. Haven't quite figured that one out yet, but the teaser will be there, along with that's where the film will also be when it's released.
Coolio. Well, quickly, one word from you. Describe Echoes of Tomorrow.
Dystopian.
Nostalgic.
Okay. Well, sadly, I think that's all we have time for today with Harry and Caitlan. It's been a true pleasure to have you both on the show. Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
Well, I can't wait to see Echoes of Tomorrow. You might even spot a certain someone in the credits. Maybe. Well, folks, I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. It's been a wonderful show from all of us here. Thank you very much for watching. Until we see you again, who knows? Thank you very much. Good night.